Brain and brain! What is brain?
They're sexy, they're fashionable, they're the definition of beauty itself. But they're also dumb as a rock. In this video, we're talking about the classic trope of the brainless beauty, because according to the world of fiction, smart people are ugly, hideous nerds, and pretty people have nothing between their ears at all. If you'd like to see more of this series, subscribe to the channel and like this video. There are quite a few different variations on the brainless beauty character. These types pop up in just about any type of media, and they can be anything from a one-dimensional comic relief character to a pretty ditz with hidden depth.
Ha! And here you thought I was just another bubble-headed blonde bimbo. Well, the joke's on you. I'm not even a real blonde.
First things first, there's the stupid blonde bimbo, the tropiest trope of them all. You see this one everywhere, from game shows,
I don't know what they mean,
to film.
Haven't you ever heard of women suffering?
Women's suffrage?
No, honey.
Heck, even ponies can fit into the dumb blonde trope. It's a very well-known and ubiquitous trope. There's even a whole subgenre of jokes dedicated to dumb blondes.
There is a current fad that is offending me. Dumb blonde jokes. Not because I'm blonde, but because they're not funny.
Usually, when it comes to the blonde, brainless beauties, they're also over-sexualized. An act of dumbness will often come hand in hand with a bit of suggestive humor.
Hi, this is Karen Smith. It's 68 degrees, and there's a 30% chance that it's already raining.
The idea here is that people can either be smart and ugly or dumb and sexy. In the realm of fiction, genetics can only make you one or the other. Obviously, in real life, hair color has nothing to do with a person's intelligence. Most of these characters aren't natural blondes anyways. They're celebrities who might play up a dumb blonde act, but chances are they're not actually that dumb in real life. Not every character who fits into this trope has to be a blonde, of course.
long-distance relationships don't usually work out. I mean, look at the Little Mermaid. I mean, she was stuck in the sea and he was stuck on land. But they ended up together.
Personality-wise, these types can vary wildly. In high school settings, they may be part of the bitchy clique, but usually they're relegated to the beta bitch status. They're just not smart enough to rule the school. Think the Karen Smith to Mean Girls' Regina George.
God, Karen, you are so stupid.
Or the Debbie to the Amanda Show's Amber.
Hey, look, a waterfall machine.
Debbie, that's not a waterfall machine. We're in the boys' room.
How come we don't get one of these in the girls' room?
There was one big bad villain that was the ultimate brainless beauty villain, though. Glory from the Buffyverse.
Wow. Slayer's a robot. Did everybody else know the Slayer was a robot? You're not the brightest god in the heavens, are you?
An alpha bitch that dumb is pretty rare, though. As mentioned, they usually end up being more of a dumb sidekick. On the other hand, brainless beauties are often sweet and innocent. Kind-hearted simpletons are another common media trope, so it often overlaps with the brainless beauty.
And the National Weather Service predicts the storm will... slow down! The words are going too fast.
The jabs at these characters' intelligence isn't particularly mean-spirited, and they're not slut-shamed for their sex appeal. Instead, their antics elicit more of a, "oh, honey," reaction from the audience.
All done. Disposable cameras are fun, although it does seem wasteful and you don't ever get to see your pictures.
It's also worth mentioning that media set in high school often equate popular with dumb, so you get a lot of dumb cheerleader types on screen. They can vacillate from being a bully to a lovable dolt. Sometimes they're both, like Brittany from Glee.
I don't brush my teeth. I rinse my mouth out with soda after I eat. I was pretty sure Dr. Pepper was a dentist.
Sadly, no matter how kind-hearted or likable these pretty little ditzes are, they're usually playing second fiddle to the lead. If there's a brainless beauty in a love triangle, they're almost guaranteed to lose to the smarter, romantic competitor. In fact, guys will even specifically prey on brainless beauties for a quick one-night stand, like Barney does in How I Met Your Mother.
Wow, you're an astronaut?
I'm actually in a top-secret government space program called Secret NASA, or SNASA.
Wow, SNASA.
There are times when the brainless beauty does get to be the lead, though. Cher Horowitz is a total ditz. She's literally clueless.
And so, if the government could just get to the kitchen, rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the hideous.
And she usually has no problems getting attention from boys, so she definitely fits the beauty bill.
Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if!
Romy and Michelle's high school reunion is also an interesting example. Both of the leads are pretty dang stupid, and funnily enough, the popular girls who pick on them are just as empty-headed.
Oh, shut up! And what are you picking on us for, anyway? We are not the ones who got fat. We're pregnant, you half-wit. Oh, yeah? Well, I hope your babies look like monkeys.
It's a great example of the dichotomy between brainless beauty bitches and brainless beauty queens. You might have noticed that the examples here have mostly been women, and truth be told, the trope does often dip into some casual sexism. That being said, there are some male versions of this trope, and they are just as oversexed as their female counterparts. A perfect example, Rocky from Rocky Horror Picture Show. He is created by Dr. Frankenfurter solely for the purpose of being a sexy hunk. He struts around in shiny golden undies and literally only has half a brain.
Must be an on button somewhere. Press the apple thing.
Male examples of this trope are generally even more over the top than their female counterparts. They might be a gigolo or a model, and they truly have got nothing going on up there. Like, at all. All of their brain cells are dedicated to being incredibly self-absorbed and conceited instead.
There's a New Jersey?
Yeah, they just opened it.
Being a complete dolt doesn't stop these dudes from hitting it big with the ladies. Shows set in middle school or high school in particular seem to love having male brainless beauties. For example, there's Drake from Drake and Josh, whose good looks and musical talents totally overshadow his complete lack of a brain. Compare him with his smarter but less conventionally attractive brother, Josh. Interestingly enough, in most cases, these dumb hunks don't have much secret depth to them.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
A female brainless beauty like Elle Woods, for example, will often be revealed to have secret genius qualities. She's a ditz, but she can get into Harvard Law School. It's very rare that a male character will have anything like that going on, as they're usually reserved for comic relief. Since this character archetype is so very common, it's often a subject of parody or subversion. One of the most obvious parodies comes from the regional holiday music episode of Community.
You smarty, me dumb, help witty, have fun! Boopy doopy doop boop sex.
Annie is trying to woo Jeff by being sexual and dumb, just like all those gals on TV in the movies. The whole episode is a parody of Glee, so this bit is likely especially referencing Brittany, who we mentioned earlier. Amusingly, Jeff is not at all turned on by this display of brain-dead sexiness, and rightfully points out that there's something kind of creepy about the whole trope.
Annie, you too? This is beneath you. You are an intelligent woman.
Like, isn't it weird to have oversexed characters who act like stupid babies? There are some more subtle examples of these subversions, though. The most common one is having a character you think should fit into the brainless beauty category, revealing that they're actually pretty dang smart.
Jesse's right! Authority should derive from the consent of the governed, not from the threat of force.
Then there are the characters who act like an airhead on purpose, like Quinn and Daria. She's pretty smart, but not as smart as her sister, so she plays up her prettiness to get ahead instead.
Maybe I'll help with the project. I'm into science.
No matter what type of brainless these characters are though, they're a staple in fiction. There's a lot you can do with the trope, from using them for comic relief to using them for a thought-provoking character reveal. Are there any other examples that we missed? Know of any subversive takes on this trope? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.